Okay, can you hear me now? If you can send me a message again, please, Simon, that you can hear me. There is sound. Right, okay. That just about streams my day and how this stream started off. Right, I'll start at the beginning again. Welcome, everybody. Great to have you here. As you can see, it's all moved around. Hectic couple of days getting this set up. We had a lot of snow here at the weekend, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Everything was frozen, no schools, no work, everything. So that kept me back a while. Moved this last night, tested it, everything running fine. For a live stream, had the trains running around it for a good hour. Just about to hit live, everything stops, no track power, nothing. So I'm just letting the system reset, and then we'll see if we can get the trains going. I was saying hello to everybody in the chat. So I'll go back in and see how far back here. So Lizzie Railways, good evening, Liz. How are you doing? Flymo Chairman, good evening. Family AC, that's Ross. Good evening, Ross. Can only go back so far in the chat. Tom Houston, Model Rail, good evening. Summer Breeze Model Railway, John and Holly, good evening, guys. Martin O'Keefe, good evening. Who else we got in? Leslie Gilpin, good evening, Leslie. How are you doing? Doris Locomotive, good evening. How are you doing? Who else we got? Anybody who's there lurking in the background, do pop into the chat, say hello. Scott Wood, good evening. There's all the ones saying no sound. Joshua's W56 Gaming, good evening. Hi, Naughty Mark. Let's get back. Everyone's saying there's no sound. Did I see Ivo come in there? Sorry. Hi, Ivo. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, good evening. No, you haven't gone deaf, Andy. John JMC, good evening. Those cameras I asked you about, I've actually got one on order. It should be here next week. So I'm going to try it because, as you can see now, the layout's moved. I've moved my main computer over there into the corner, which will be running OBS. So I'm going to hook up some cameras and that, see if I can get it all working so I don't have this duck in the corner. Although it is very handy having StreamYard. We got 5x5. Yeah. RGJ Trains, Robin Grace, good evening, guys. How are you doing? Mark Dempsey, good evening. Mr. Radio Control, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Who else we got coming in? Clive, Newlywin Railway, good evening. I'm just going down through the chat now, and then I'll see if I can get some trains running. See, I even attached my little holder for the Gauge Master controller. Oh, I've heard, oh, there are things clicking into life. Yay. Right, let's get... Everything's just stopped again. Why did it do that? It's not showing as a short. Usually when that happens, it's because there's a short. It was working fine, I swear. Well, the good thing about it being moved now is I can get around 3 sides of it. Right, anyway. Hermitage Road Pete, good evening. RG Giants, even though, sorry guys, just sorting out some chips. Ross is planning a layout extension. Yeah, I feel like stopping the stream and starting again. It's been that sort of day. So, you know, tonight's refreshments are Fanta Lemon and Sprite Zero. So, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, in case this is what's causing the problem. That's the LMS coronation I showed you last week that I got second hand from my local model shop, Modeller's Corner in Enniskillen. And it's been running fine, running it over the weekend and was running fine today. So, right, okay. Right, where's my track tester? Every monorailway person should have one of these. It's about a £5 from Block Signalling, I think it is, .co.uk. Put it on the track, and it lights up if there's power. Now, looking at that, it's lighting up very dimly. Normally it's brighter than that. So I wonder, is there a problem with my DCC system? Let's switch it off. Power it back on. I think I got a loose connection at the back. Yes, that would be why. Right, let's switch that off again. Get the screwdriver out. Obviously moving it around last night, pulled one of the connections out, so we'll just get that sorted out quickly, hopefully. It's nice when you figure out what it is and you get it sorted out quickly. So you guys just talk amongst yourselves while I... Oh, I see. I think the thread is stripped on this because it's not tightening up. So I'm just going to have to jam that in there for now, and I'm going to have to get another one of those connections off of eBay. They're a common electrical connection. I forget what they're called. I'll have to look it up. But you know, there's little green blocks that just push in. Right, so if we go recall, yep. Let that run around for a while, just make sure everything's working okay. And I'll get back to the chat. So I'm going to be way behind now. If I missed the trains, Mark, that's how far back I am. No, just haven't got them started. Well, they were going, and then I hit go live and everything broke. Delft Junction, Pete. Good evening, Pete. How are you doing? I am just skipping through. Leslie says, "Well, Mark, it must be an Avanti set of car shuttle you're running. Your train wants to be 805, ready to fail at a whim." Yeah, so what I was running is, that's the Class 57 in Virgin Colours, weathered, that I picked up last week, and the LMS Coronation, which I'll put back on the track in a second, and we'll get that running. The LMS Coronation was second hand. Already was DCC fitted, had the chip in it. It ran. The only thing I had to do is the front pony truck. I had to sort that out at the actual wheels. I needed to use my gauging tool on it just to get them to the right tolerance, because they kept hopping off, and they also were a little bit stiff and needed a little bit of oil. So I sorted that out. It ran perfectly after that. Yes, tonight's unofficial. The train set shop, do go check it out. Your trains need Dr. Pepper. That's probably what it is. If I had a can of Dr. Pepper here, everything would have worked fine. Those are handy track testers, but so easy to mislay. Yes, they are. I always try and get into the habit, which I didn't do. So I got the track tester. I have this little tub here. You can see there, which has track rubbers in it. I keep testers in it. Spudgers from Tom. Just little things there that you use quite often. My rolling road bits, the DCC concept ones. So that is sort of my go-to kit that I need for day-to-day running off the railway. And Kieran J94, good evening, Kieran. How are you doing? Is Elizabeth off? Is she? Okay, she's probably well gone by now, because Scott Wood, my own layout has been working perfectly for weeks. Turned the camera on this morning, and 1 point motor suddenly did not want to play ball. Yeah. Anyone got any snow? I got some here in my area. Thankfully, our snow is gone. It took 3 days for it to clear. Of course, then between then it rained, froze. It was at one point you couldn't stand up outside. Leicester Station TMT, good evening, Gary. How are you doing? Tom, we had snow since the weekend. Only just managed to get out today for the first time. I believe you're under a yellow warning as well. Yes, I know all the jokes start, don't eat yellow snow. Tom, because there's a storm coming into this. It's going to affect mostly the south of the country and Wales and the south of England. But it could spin around and dump a bit of snow on the northern counties here. Brian Madden, good evening, Brian. How you doing? Good evening, Ivo. I can't remember if I said hello to you or not, but hi, Ivo. The line coming off, hang on, the leftmost point, a bit of an angle to it. Yeah, it's the way it looks on the camera. It's actually not that bad. I can see what you're looking at there. It does look like it's disjointed, but some of these do make the camera angle look a bit. We're keeping better. A new inhaler. Had my body clock out of sorts, but just getting the rights. Oh, that's good. Brian, Footer Central, good evening. How you doing, sir? Remember, Brian is on this Saturday instead of Robin Grace, our DJ trains. So somebody make sure they pop the link in there. Rob will be doing his monthly waffle at 8 o'clock. Oh, J94, Kieran's waiting on the electrician. Oh, are we getting the white circle of doom, are we? That could be because I've moved everything around today and I've disturbed my network. It's like flex that isn't pinned down. And Pete's hoping for lots of sun and heat in February for Doncaster. Arnville, good evening. Oh, Brian is a member of our club and he's been sorting out polos, so we're going to have some nice smart polos for our Motor Railway Club. Oh, Maura King's in. Good evening, Maura. Oh, Florence saying nothing went wrong here. Okay. Right, I think I've almost caught up with the chat there, so I'm going to take the coronation and I'm going to plunk it back on the track. I'm going to do it over here because I've got my plastic track tool. It just makes it so easy. Because one thing I find in here is, saying that didn't bloody work. The lighting in here, when you're down level trying to put something on the track, especially when it's a steam engine, it just doesn't want to play ball. Right, I'm going to put any carriages on to begin with. I'm just going to send it on its merry way and see how it goes. We should be fine. It was running for like an hour beforehand. Richard Brown, good evening Richard, how are you doing? Hi Mark and everyone. Mark, I enjoyed your video the other day. Hope everyone is good, having a good day. That's brilliant. Was that the 2026 video I done? Yeah, that was done. Was it Tuesday, I think? I was chatting to Maura. Tuesday, I thought, bit of time, I was going to come in here, do that video. Then we had a bloody power cut. The power went off for an hour. Of course, I couldn't do any filming because I had no lighting. I was just like, oh, it's not meant to be. So I think did I do it then when the power came back on? Or I think I might have done it Wednesday morning and then started moving this around. Yeah, it was, yeah, it's been totally disjointed this week. Things went, but with the snow and ice at the beginning of the week, it's just thrown everything out. In fact, all day today I was sorting this out, tidying up, thinking, and in my head it was Wednesday. Even though I scheduled the live stream yesterday, which was actually Wednesday, and I got to about 4 o'clock when I suddenly went, oh no, it's Thursday today, and then the panic was on to try and get this sorted. I say the layout I put up last night and was working, but there was just mess everywhere. There was boxes and stuff everywhere, everything that had been pulled out from underneath the layout. Oh, Digger Evans is in. Good evening, Digger. How you doing? Clive says, saw a lot of KML planes the other day overhead, holding patterns delayed due to snow. Yeah, my son was supposed to fly off to Paris yesterday for a couple of days, and his flight got cancelled because of the weather. It was cancelled the day before. So he was none too pleased about that, so he lost out on his hotel bookings he had, and they didn't want to refund the return flight. So, well, yeah, we cancelled this flight, so we're going to refund it. So, well, the other flight's no good to me. So, well, they were like, well, it's still running. And no, it wasn't Ryanair. Portugal Station, Charlie, good evening, how you doing? Placemats 1598, good evening. Great layout, what's the size? It looked same dimensions I like in my loft. This is 10 foot by 6 foot. So it's made up of 4 6x2 sections. And then in the middle is another 6 2x section that will have the 009 on it, running the Donegal rail cars. I haven't got that. We usually have that on top running tonight, but I just haven't had time to sort it all out. So that will be, hopefully maybe next week I'll have that in place, because I want to try and get the backboard on this done at the weekend, although the missus does have a list of jobs for me to do. So get that on and start doing the scenics here, and start working my way around doing the scenics and doing the ballasting, and it's going a bit slow. yeah, the video that I'm doing to come out this week, which hopefully I'll get it done, finished tomorrow and edited and out to my channel members and patrons, and then out to everyone else on Saturday. Hopefully that'll be out tomorrow. That will give you a bit more information on the layout, because I take it apart to move it. It's basically me moving this layout, doing some of the work on the bus wires, and just basically moving the layout and putting it back together. Alan White, good evening, welcome to stream, Happy New Year to you. Sorry, I'm going to just go off camera here and sit down. Oh, actually no, I can still be on camera. The layout actually has to come this way, another foot. It's just, I haven't at the moment because there's a sofa here I'm sitting on that has to go out. If I move it over, I won't be able to get around the sofa. So I want to bring it about another foot that way, because you can see in the top left there, one of my screens is up on the layout. See, that needs to move. Now my daughter's trying to ring me. She should know it's Thursday. Hang on, let me just message her a minute. Right, I will now add the coaches to the coronation. I did have 2 Virgin coaches out, and they were running all right to begin with, and then they just started derailing and coming off. I think it's a mixture of the back-to-backs might need doing on the coaches, and the way the coupling is on the back of the G7 has been fouled by the pipes. So, yeah. Sorry, hang on a minute. My tablet has disconnected when I restarted the system. Feels like one of those live streams that just, it's not flowing. It doesn't want to connect. All right. I'll have to use my controller. It's just handy with the tablet, you can walk around with it. Listen, I'm going to cheat and use my railer. Right, which one? One of these has got drop coupling on them. That didn't go on very well. Oh, it just doesn't want to connect. Go back to. Possibly thinks it's Wednesdays, that's why she's ringing. Why is Pete's comments being held? I don't know. Oh. Did I disappear? Am I still live? Because I looked up and I had circles of doom everywhere. Provident Junction, Tony, good evening. How are you doing? Who else we got coming in? I think I seen Flymo pop in there. Is Flymo in as well? Hi, Flymo. Oh, not Flymo, sorry, Timber Surf. Hi, Timber Surf, good evening. Again, hi to anybody there lurking in the background. Welcome to what is rapidly becoming a disastrous stream. Why is that going so slow? None of the locos I'm running at the moment have sound on them. Couplers on that, I have, the Coronation has got drop link couplings on it, so that coach behind it has got drop links on it. The rest of them have got Hunt magnetic coupling on them. Grant Salisbury, good evening Grant, how you doing? Flymer's got a bargain on Amazon, a Dion amplifier. Oh, very good. Oh, Chris Valley 56 is in. Good evening, Chris. How are you doing? Gary I was going to ask about them Cullen Bridge supports, mate, but I have to get a better photo. Alright. I could have sworn your Coronation class was an LMS maroon, or is it just me? No, it was blue, because, to be honest, I wasn't going to buy it, but I had the young lad with me, and I looked at the second-hand stuff he had, and I said, oh, which one do you want? And he pointed at that one. So I got that one. It was 60 quid with a chip in it. Second hand, I didn't think it was too bad, and it runs really well, apart from having to sort out the pony, but that was just the back-to-backs on it and need a little bit of oil. It took 5 minutes. Oh, have I caught up with the chat? I think I have. It was 60 sterling, because my model shop is in Enniskillen, which is Northern Ireland. Right, so that's running around. What else can go wrong tonight? Maybe if I had the Dr. Pepper, it wouldn't be so bad. Anyway, oh dear, getting tongue-tied now. Don't forget to hit the old thumbs up, like button for me, please. Share the stream as well. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Now I've sort of got to the bottom of the chat. If you have any questions or about the layout or model railways in general that you want to ask, put them in now so I can see them and help you out. And if I can't help you out, somebody else in the chat will. Like the frame photo of the Donegal rail car in the top right camera. Yeah, let me show you this one. that came up on Facebook. They were giving it away. Like it's brand new. It's still got things on the frames. That is obviously Railcar 18 on the turntable at Rosnarla. So my missus seen it on Facebook, went and got it. Said, "Oh, there you go. There's another Christmas present for you." And there is my model of Railcar 18. Now I put my phone down. Where did I put it? Well, I've got 4 amps that are older than my children and a couple have been sat spare, so time for a change. Takes Wi-Fi, HDMI and optical as well as the standard RCA. Ah. That looks like a converted bus. No, they were built specifically like that, rail cars. Donegal was pioneering in the use of rail cars. They started using them back in 1906, one of the first ones in Northern Europe to start using the combustion engine on the railways. Looks like making progress on the ballasting. Well, I ballasted this section way before Christmas. And I didn't get anything else done because 1, it was coming up to Christmas, and 2, I got that super flu, which knocked me on my arse for at least 3 weeks. So now that Christmas is out of the way, the tree that was over there is gone until next year. So I'll probably have to move all this again come November time to put the tree back up. Although I'm moving it this way, so there might be enough room for it over there. Yeah, so now I just want to crack on with it. Now this allows me more space to actually walk around it, to get at it, so I can get at the station here area here, start building that. Because for some reason it feels like it, because this is the bit you're going to be on this side seeing it, it seems easier to build it from this side than that side, if you know what I mean. Because obviously this is the outside of the layout where you're going to be viewing it from. So yeah, the next thing to do is the backboard on that, which I got cut and is over there. I've had that cut for about 2 months now. Put that on there, start doing the scenery on there. I've done the bus wires, so there, all the tracks are wired up now. All the cuts have been done in the track. So now it's like, yeah, time to just crack on with the scenery, which is the bit I like doing. So I've saved a load of cardboard for Christmas and packing stuff and all that sort of stuff I use for building my hillsides and things. So time to get cracking with that. So hopefully you might see some progress on this layout now. As well as that, had a rest over the Christmas and New Year. Got a bit of enthusiasm for it now, so let's get stuck into it. Well, there's the link for the Model Railway Facebook page. If you could give that a follow, it'd be great. Oh, James FB6IJ, good evening. Welcome to the stream. How's the weather? The weather is wet and cold here. The snow and ice is gone. But I think people over in the UK are having a tough time with the weather. Mark, are the trains loud over the ballast sections? Not that I've noticed, but I shall go over there and have a particular listen now. Let's see if that's it on a non-ballast. No, I can't actually hear any difference. Don't think so. Oh, I'm just going to swap over mics because this one's gone into the red. I will go silent for a second. Right, it's got about half a charge in it, so hopefully that's enough to get to the end of the stream. Everyone hear me again? It's just rain where I am, but area flooding as per, all right. Timber server, are you going to blast the neighbours out, Adam? Mark, are you still going to exhibitions with your layout still? I don't plan to go to any exhibitions with my layouts this year. I will be going to exhibitions. Oh, which reminds me, I have booked my flights and my hotel and hire a car for Model Rail Crew. So I'm flying out on the Saturday. I contacted Jason, said I'd be there on the Saturday, be able to give him a hand Saturday setting up, be there for the show on the Sunday, and then fly back out on the Monday. So it'll be good to meet up with whoever's going to be there. Loudest noise seems to be the wheels falling in the frogs. Probably the loudest noises on the layout are where it's going between sections, where there's cuts in the tracks, because there is a little gap there. Farmer says, they were among the earliest use of rail cars, and they were able to pull a wagon or two as well, depending on the model. Yeah, quite often you would see them pulling a red wagon. They were lighter wagons, carry up to about 2 tons, but quite often you see them pulling the grey wagons, which are 7 to 9 tons. Brian says it's been snowing here for the last 2 hours. Also, you can get to your trains as well. Yeah, that's it. I can get to the cabinet over there easier, and I can reach this one. Plus the fact, like I store everything under my layout in these plastic tubs. Ooh, where are we? Yeah, like this, which I have yet to label up. So there's 3 high all the way around the layout, and it means I can walk around and grab all the tubs now. I don't have to go into the center and pull them out, because there's always getting in there, and there's always a tub on the bottom that you want. So you have to pull the whole thing out, unstack them, restack them, yeah. So it makes it a bit easier. I still do have a couple of tubs over there. And again, as I build the layout, a lot of the stuff that's in these tubs will be going on the layout, so there'll be less and less tubs. Particle Station watched a great video on YouTube about trains in Scotland up to the end. Very good. The coronation is jumping pretty badly on the points. Is it? See, it jumps where the camera is, where it's jumping, and that's just about where the baseboard join is. So I think that's where it's jumping. At least it's a second, not 10 minutes like the start. Oh dear, yeah. James is in Derbyshire and it's snowing and cold. Here it's just wet and cold. Dempsey, which one of the blue coronations have you got charging around the layout? It is Princess Alice 6223. Digger wants to know, is it deep snow, Brian? Oh, Kieran's been in one of the cabs of their Thunderbird 57s. And RGJ trains are back, so everybody stop talking about them now. They're back in the room. At least this is one advantage of working from home with this bad weather, yeah. Flymo's asking, is that the Steam in Scotland video, Charlie? Out of Perth, but a lot of railways around Fife too. Is Brian upsetting you, Pete? What's he saying? I must have missed that. Anyone in the chat, Insul frog points, can you still wire them up to work as good as electro frog points? No, because they've got insulated sections on them. You could probably do some sort of wiring on them, but their Insul frog points have got internal wiring in them. So I would say no. Family AC, Ross just saved my standard 5 from death as it almost went on fire. That's not good. Shame you're not coming to Donny, Mark. Yeah, after my extravagant year last year with trips, there's not much money in the piggy bank. So I've booked my hotel for going to the Bangor show, which is in North Down, Northern Ireland. So I'm going up there for the 2 days. And I've booked, as I said, for Motherwell crew. And then I do sort of plan to come over to the UK during the summer for a couple of weeks to tour about. Mark, drop a message where collecting car from and I'll pick you up from the station. Well, I'm flying into Manchester and picking the car up from Manchester. In fact, the hire car costs more than the flight. Flymer says, that video is quite a good look at the last days of steam around the area up here from Portobello to such, Charlie. There's another one from Stranraer to Glasgow Central I have to watch yet. Something I was doing over the Christmas, YouTube was just feeding me a load of the old railway videos, you know, the black and white ones on Steam and everything like that. And they were really an interesting watch. You know, when you're sat on the sofa, full from Christmas dinner and got a tub of Heroes beside you and you're munching into that and bags of crisps that you don't really need. Fire's on. Brother said, I'm not gloating, but it's 27 in the Tampa area and I hope everyone is safe over there. Yeah, that you're gloating a little bit there, Charlie. But enjoy it. Alan White, would you not fill the gaps in the cut tracks with plastic cards? To be honest, yeah, I can probably do something with it. Look at some sort of more permanent solution. So it probably might be a matter of just putting, when I put it together, it's just pop a fish plate on there just to hold the tracks together a little bit better. To be honest, when I put it together last night, I ran the trains around it and they ran and they didn't derail, so I didn't look that closely at it. There's probably a little bit of fiddling I can do with it, or fettling, to make it run a little bit better. Brian's had a couple of inches already. Oh, okay, Brian. John Holly, fairly thick here, Digger, but none of this brown or yellow special snow. Flymer was saying they take the branch by then from Donegal to Crieff as well. Not a lot of filming off Crieff, if you get an idea of the setup. Oh, very good. Guys aren't talking about food like we used to do. That's 8:30. Food chat doesn't start to 8:30, Ross. Ever watched SWR Spin Room or Railway? No, I can't say I have. Yes, good to see the old films and maybe a few faces you might recognise. Did watch a video from Seattle Carlisle video from 1985, which I think was from Granada Television on YouTube. I think I watched that one the other day. Is that the one where the threat was they were going to close it down? It was following the, was it the Sir Nigel Gresley, the A4 going along and in the different signal boxes? Guys, it's easy, Brad. Mark Dempsey says, we have a lot of rain here in Leighton Buzzard at the moment. Expect snow tomorrow. Looking forward to the flooded roads in the morning. Drive through the new rivers and streams. Pete says, might be going to get some Stafford this year. Yes, siding up the hotel. So it's Charlie. I've tried to picture. RTJ, Brian, you said you wouldn't tell anyone how small it was. No, this was a different, but I do know that train now departing with Sir Nigel, yeah. Watched a load of videos over Christmas from the BR days. Oh, oh, excuse me. Yeah, I watched, a lot of them popped up over the, I caught up with Clive's shed build. That's Clive Newman Railway. And there was, just YouTube was just feeding me a lot of those, so the black and white. Some of them were pre-BR. So some of them are LMS and LNER. It's quite interesting. You know, going into the engine sheds and showing a steam engine being stripped down and put back together. Thanks, guys. That's the other thing, when I moved everything around in here, I was able to give the carpet a good vacuum. But as you can see in the pictures there, it's a black carpet. So anytime you drop, because most of the couplings and screws and everything are black, they go on the carpet. You ain't finding them unless it lands on one of the pattern bits. Barry Walker, good evening, welcome to the stream. Happy New Year to you. Good evening all. Only rain here in Cheltenham. Good for the race course. No snow yet, and I think if we have some, it's too wet to settle. How's your layout coming along, Barry? Camouflage mark, yes. Oh, excuse me. Have you got a little space for the mini fridge? Yeah, mini fridge in here. It's not a bad idea. Oh. Check all the settings. And the other thing about moving the layout as well, there was a radiator here that it was covering, which I had switched off because it was under the layout and it was just heating up the layout. But now it's exposed, so I have two radiators in here now warming up this room. It's what you need this time of year. Let's see if this is reset. I think that is working now. Yep. Switch the lights on and off so it's working. Of course, the way now I've got this set up with cameras, I'm almost in shot all the time. One of the cameras is getting me. Just as I say, that's same buffers here. Of course, this time of year when there's snow and ice and that, it does affect the joints, especially if the joints are exposed up on a pole or something like that. Or Becky Moore, Happy New Year to you. This one was called Setup Coral, End of the Line, 1985. The one with Sir Nigel Grossey was filmed in 1988. Right. Mini fridge for the Dr. Pepper? Yes, indeed. Mini fridge, you mean a full-sized American double door one? No, I just need a little one for cans of Dr. Pepper and a couple of bars of chocolate. Willow Cake Brad. Good evening, Brad. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Mini fridge with Guinness. Wow, heaven. Yes. Now you're talking. Barry Walker, layout coming along, track all down and running well. Some ballasted, but it's too cold in the loft to ballast much more at the moment. Yeah, it's a problem with this time of year. Try and ballast. It'll take weeks for the glue to dry. Clive Newman Rowe, you need my walk-in larder fridge. I've down the brewery. 1,400 litre capacity. Becky Moore, very good, thank you. How about you? How's your evening going so far? Well, Becky, you just as well you weren't here for the beginning of the stream because it was a disaster. Mic wasn't working, trains weren't running. Yeah, but you know, after about 15, 20 minutes, we got it sorted and up and running. Oh, John JMC's back. Good evening. John, while you're there, I did mention this last week, but I think you'd gone. You're the DCC chip fitting expert. What I'm looking for, maybe you can advise me, is this is a little 009 Donegal rail car. It's got a Kato, it runs on a Kato chassis. I need a chip that I can fit in there. It'll have to be hardwired into that. I need a small chip just to run it. It doesn't need lights or sound or anything like that. Just, I'm looking for the smallest chip possible. If you can advise me which would be the best one to go for. Thanks. You'll have the pod coffee machine next. I don't drink coffee or tea or coffee. Not my thing. I might have hot chocolate every now and again, but that's about it. Becky says, today I have been to ACO College Day for Money and Budgeting today, 8th January, with Donna, my key worker from Go Personal. Very good. RDJ Train says, thanks for your help, John. As John says, I had my camera problems on mine, Gremlins. And Ivor says, ESU, local, micro, or nano. I have a 6-pin MX616 here. I can add some wires to it for you. Yeah, with that, because I'm going to need a few of them. Because, well, that's the smallest vehicle I have there, which I've got to hardwire it into. Now, they all have that Kato chassis. But you can see, actually, that one's probably got the more room in it because this is obviously in 2 bits. I know it's going to involve a lot of swearing and me probably breaking it. but then you've got that as well. And I will be getting some more of these. So I was just wondering what one you would recommend, where I could get it, and I say it's just to run it, it's just to go forwards and backwards. It doesn't need any other functions than that. It's good that your train's working earlier. I'm glad you got. Yeah, we got it sorted. It turned out to be there was a loose wire, because obviously I just moved all this yesterday, and of course ran it last night. Worked fine. Had it running before the live session to make sure everything was working. Perfect, no problems at all. About to go live. Switched the thing to go live, realised my computer over there, the sound was on, so I had to go over and switch that off. Train stopped running. And just one of those days. How about so, Becky? Drop me a message, bud, and we'll sort you. They are big for what I'm used to. Okay, thanks, John. Mark Dempsey, will there be Guinness special running on the layout, or just from the fridge with the chocolate? Lindsay says, Mark, would one of the American chips designed for K to N scale not work? I know John JMC doesn't approve of them, but they work. Oh. Trainomatic are good, as Flymer says, yeah. Yeah, because it's a Kato chassis they're running on. I forget what model it is, but it has to be hardwired for DCC. Because originally the 009, I was going to have that as just run it DC, but then I thought make it a little bit, because eventually this is all going to be computer controlled. So I'm wiring it now to add computer control at a later date, i.e. when I can afford it. So I was thinking that would make it more interesting, because then I could have 2 or 3 of the rail cars running around behind each other. Because one of the things, when you go to a show and you walk up to a layout and there's nothing running, people have a very short attention span, and I see this at shows all the time. They will walk up at it, they'll look at a layout, see nothing running, walk away. So you need to have something running. So like when I have this computer controlled, I would like to have 2 trains on each track going around following each other, but we'll see. You know, and then have them coming into the station, switching and that sort of thing. In the engine shed, just one shuttling backwards and forwards, the same in the TMD. I know what I want to do. It's just getting it done. You have to hardwire that chassis side in drop-ins. Kato chips are fine. You can get them made by ESU. Colonel Cottonbelt, Jason, good evening. How are you doing, sir? Oh, Model Train Outsider. How are you doing, Anthony? It's a quick hello from here as Kyan is temporarily memorized by video. Hi, Kyan, how's it going? Don't forget, Anthony will be live tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. I've seen your post, Anthony, while you're still there, about not coming to the UK, and somebody mentioned about flying into Ireland. There's a lot of connections between Dublin and the UK. And one of the bonuses about flying back to the States from Dublin is that you will clear your customs, your immigration and everything in Dublin. So when you land back in the States, you land like an internal flight, and you no immigration or anything, you do all that in Dublin. So that's one bonus of flying out of Dublin, because I've done it a couple of times when I've flown to the States. You do all the TSA, the immigration, the customs and everything in Dublin. So when the plane lands over in the US, you just grab your bag and off you go. So look into it. If you need any help or advice, just drop me a line. Welcome to Over the Pond friends. I think we got a few more in here from over the pond. Did you have a good Christmas? Yes, I did have a good Christmas. Spent it with family, ate too much. Didn't drink too much because I don't really drink that much. I got some trains. I got the blue Pullman, which is sitting in the box at the minute. And I got these, and I got some Metcalf kits, and I also got the Christmas 2025 Hornby wagon, which I get every year. They get me the year's wagon. Christmas went far too fast. Yeah, it always does. LNERW1, good evening. How are you doing? Jason Anthony, I acquired some stuff you would enjoy more than I would from an estate. Oh. And you are, please mind the language. Yes. It's not model trains, but I would just give these to you. They are German. Model Train Insider, we have not given up. The problem is the cost to fly, even comfort level, is so high. £6,000! Even to Dublin, £5,000. We can fly basic economy for 27 to the UK. That does seem quite pricey. Well, I thought they were begging for people to fill seats at the moment, that they were... By the way, gone half 8. 2025 wagon out of date already. SJ Chainroad, Simon, good evening. How you doing? Hornby Christmas cars are the absolute low point of inspiration. Becky Moore, that's good that you had a good Christmas. I'm glad you did not drink too much alcohol over Christmas and New Year's Eve and New Year's kind of. Yeah, I'm not a big drinker, to be honest. Food bells chiming, the food chat can talk. Been looking at US-Canadian train crashes on YouTube. They're horrific. Do you know what's really annoying me at the moment is the AI stuff that seems to be all over Facebook. You know, these stupid crashes they put up, and it's so obvious that it's AI. But there's some people out there who obviously aren't into trains or whatever, and would look at that and go, oh my God, did you see that? That was terrible. And some of it is slowly creeping into YouTube as well. Simon Trains had gammon for tea with potatoes, carrots, roast potatoes, Yorkshires and puddings. SJ Train Road, oh, is the rumour true? Are you going to Getz again this year? Still snowing, Brian. So you're getting a few more inches now, Brian. What do you get for Christmas present of the year 2025? Kind regards. Well, I think I said what I got already. I was going to say something else and it's gone out of my head now. What did somebody say something I was going to answer? Inbound maybe, outbound not. All right, okay, yeah. I was going to say something that's gone out of my head. I'm sure it'll come back. YouTube has a lot of AI British voice and American pronunciation script and pauses at the end of the page, yeah. John Hoy said, I think it's set in for the night now, Brian. We've got the wind with it here. Oh, don't. I bloody hate that air. Yeah. First wave of snow just started. Can you run the Black 5? I suppose I could, because I could. You have to ask for the one that is just the furthest away. Yeah, I can crawl in and get it. Oh. So normally I'd be able to reach it from over there, but that'll be fine once the computer desk is sorted out. Of course, I have to crawl out where the lowest access is, because this is a lot lower than the rest of it. I didn't think that one through. Most of the roads are clear now, just between 11 and 10 inches of snow in my area. And Brian said I can't stand AI, yeah. There's some good things that AI can do, but there are bad things that AI can do as well. But I agree that some of the AI videos about train crashes are bad, yeah. People need to stay at AI, yeah. Take that off. Sorry, I'm not parking it in the sidings or anything like that. Because to be honest, I haven't tested that all that is working yet after the move. In theory, it should be. And I don't think I have actually given this an address yet. It's still on 3. I'm going to just let that run around, make sure it goes all around all right without derailing. It's going to snow tonight in Colchester with Storm Garota, yeah. Flyman says, much the same here, SJ, not a lot of snow, but the ice underneath is dangerous, yeah. Simon says, did you change? Agree with, admit, have used AI in my videos, and if I do, I will state that. Won't BS people about it, yeah. Keep getting ads popping up. Anyone else getting them? Is there still ads coming up in the chat? We'll use it for a giggle, but make sure it's known. Pete, you're watching on a mobile where on the web there's no adverts. Is that what it is? It's on the mobile phone. They're putting adverts in the chat. You may have already said in a previous Thursday night stream, where did you get the display cabinets? This one here came out of Lidl, or Lidl, however you want to pronounce it. I've been waiting for over a year, in fact almost 2 years now, for these to come back in stock, and they haven't. If you guys in the UK ever see these come back into stock in the UK, let me know. I don't think they'll come back into the stock in Ireland because, to be honest, they didn't sell. And I picked this one up in one of the warehouse clearances I had. But if you see them coming back in, so I'd love to have another one to put the other side of the window over there, because they're quite good. They are heavy. I was worried about when I put this up on the wall, was it going to stay? And you can actually display a lot in there. I'd love to get another one or two. I know my daughter wants to get one as well for her models. So if you guys ever come across them, let me know, and I'll see if I can get some way of purchasing it and getting it over here. The other display cabinet, where did that come from? I think it's, we had about 3 or 4 of them donated to the museum. We didn't use that one in the museum. In fact, it got a bit water damaged and that, so I brought it home, repaired it, painted it, put it on the wall. Those are quite common. You can, if you Google, you'll get those. But these ones here, the glass ones with the glass shelves, little, whatever. Yeah, it was Lido I got them in. Is the steam working? I haven't switched it on because, it stopped. And why is it stopped over there? It seems such a novelty being able to walk around the layout and get to... It's getting power because, well, there we go. So that might have derailed on that. So I'll have to watch that now as it goes around again. SJ Chain Road, Flymo, we don't have that much ice. We salt the roads and we must have winter tyres on. Not so fun anymore. I love going out drifting around in the car when I was younger. I sound like a grandpa now. I remember about 20 years ago I went to Norway, of course where they're set up for the snow, and it was in January, and I just remember being on this ice covered road with this Norwegian, and he was just driving one-handed. You could feel the car sliding around the road, and he was so used to it, just controlling it. And it was just like, wow. Over here we get an inch of snow, boom, everything stops. I was asking Anthony, the model train outsider, are you going to the Pika Abroko Newserdin too? It's hot top pilot Andy. Just had an advert for dog food. That's ironic. Finishing, Brian, I've got lots to show you all Saturday. Got a bit mad on locos and a few gifts. Oh, it's great. Smashed it already, Andy. Oh, Anthony's off. He's on grandfather duties or Opa duties. Well, stopped in the same place again. It must have, yeah, it's derailing somewhere. I presume it's on that joint, it doesn't like it. As he says, I get ads in chat when on mobile. YouTube mobile app is pretty dire, so I'd imagine it's that, yeah. Mobile app uses fixed DNS, so almost impossible to avoid ads. And he's all right now, the air is cleared. I'm just going to watch this now because I think it doesn't like this join. And of course there would be a train coming the other way to block it. Yeah. Yeah, it's derailing at that. Let's put the phone down. There's a bit of... Right, I think... Ooh. Why is that not glued? I've just noticed. These sections here I've glued, and this side I've glued, but I haven't glued this side, so it's actually moved slightly. So I need a little pin or something in there and re-glue it. How did I manage to do that? Did the cabinet come with all the shelves? Yeah. The little one came with all the glass shelves, and this came just like that. I just painted it. What I'm going to do is just, as that passes, I'm just going to hold that rail down and just see if that stops the derailment. Nope. Yeah. So I need to do a little bit of work with that join there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to reverse it, go tender first over it, and see if it likes that direction. It'd be handy if I took the tablet with me. That's the whole idea of having it. What time do I go to bed at? I try to be in bed before midnight because I have to be up at about 7:30 every day. The cabinet would be singing, "Should I stay or should I go?" We are looking for you for the cabinets, mate. Cheers, yeah. If they ever come into Lidl, let me know. And I'll send over the money, and then if you can get it for me, and then post them over. But you might even get them second hand over there somewhere, because like the UK is a much bigger market than Ireland. I'm not seeing them, but I'm on premium subscription. My phone linked to my premium account, so no adverts there either. Yeah, if you're on premium, you won't get adverts. Mobile is okay unless you leave the live and come back in. That's when I find the ads, but no other times. Oh, Brian's got his dog out in the snow. Come on, little watch out. Yeah, I actually watch the... because the catalogue comes out every Thursday, and I have a quick look to see. But they haven't been back in Irish Lidl for about 1.5 years, and I keep checking these. We got a site over here called Donegal that does a lot of second-hand stuff, and I haven't seen them come up on there. Yeah, it goes over that way. Okay. I'll see, I just need to do a little bit of adjustment with this. From seen a few of those comments on Facebook Marketplace, more local though. Yeah, if they come up here, I'll get them. Flammer says, ever seen snow before, Brian? Never seen a dog so happy to be out in the snow. First time this year. You should see some of the photos Rob's friend in Shetland has shared. He's always said about how bad it is when he lived there, proper snow. I worked in the snow in Canada for 3 months, came back, span my car first day on black ice. Oh. Simon says, was tempted to head to Scotland in January. Hotels in Inverness would have been cheap to get the Kyle Loch Nash line filmed. Glad I didn't now. He's jumping up trying to catch the snowflakes. How much is YouTube Premium? I think YouTube Premium is about 17 or 18 euros. I have the family plan, which is I think 25 euros a month, and you get 6 accounts of that. Oh, Thomas, can I will be going to bed soon, about 9 p.m. because I got bright lights. Well, good luck with that. Something has a squeaky axle. Yes, I think the Coronation needs a little bit of oil because it started squeaking in the sort of last half hour. So it probably needs a little bit of lube. Alan Reynolds, Buckland Junction. He must be back from the pub. Good evening, Alan. How are you doing? Have you tried to do a Google image search? No, I haven't actually. That's a good idea. You can do your live in the garden, Brian, so we can see the snow. I can hear it too, Tom, might because no, it's the Coronation. It started about half an hour ago. So I need to give it a wee drop of oil, I'd say. This is like it ran for about an hour over the weekend, no bother, and then of course it's been running now for what? It's running about an hour before the stream, and so it's been running about 2 hours today. I found a Corolla for 10 years in Dundee once, didn't buy it. Yeah, you wouldn't get... Little took 80 quid from us today as well. Yeah, but Lidl in Northern Ireland is the same as the Lidl in the Republic. It's no... The UK, the Scottish, Welsh and England Lidls are different, I believe. It's good to keep a few towels aside for the doggies and cats, Brian. Cats are less appreciative though, especially the dog's towel. Temptation to make a rude joke just there. It's overwhelming, but already being timed out with the stream. Yes, behave yourself, any RW1. I already mopped Blondie down twice today, like trying to dry a 4.5 stone withering snake. Flamer says it's $12.99 a month here for the single person account. There we go. What do you mean good luck for that, Thomas? Sorry, you've lost me there now. When I was in Ireland, noticed the Tesco's is different, as any headache tablets are behind the counter, not on the shelves. Yeah, you find those little variations between countries where laws are slightly different, like the a paracetamol has to be held by the counter, and certain medicines have to be you can only get from a pharmacy. Little things like that. Although I think that's changed now, because I'm sure you can get paracetamol on the shelves now, I think. How much? Yeah, anyway, just to cover the food, I made lasagna today, so that's what I had, lasagna with some chips and garlic bread. That was tea today. Yesterday was spaghetti bolognese, where I make a big batch of bolognese and then what's left over is lasagna the next day. Maybe put some coaches on the 5 like a pull train, yeah. I have premium and all my engine needs for just 22 quid. Bargain, yep. Actually, I don't think I've got a coupling on the front now. The Black 5 has just stopped. Nope. Yeah, I don't have a coupling on the front of the Black 5, so I can't pull it. Our supermarkets off-license sections have token gates on them, yeah. That's the film you guys are chatting about. The one up in Scotland. Thanks, there you go, I want lasagna now. Oh, Brian had ravioli. Anyway, everyone, did anyone go anywhere for Christmas? I went to visit relatives in Valencia. Absolutely amazing city. The metro would be unusual in Ireland or the UK. Didn't go anywhere. Stayed home. To be honest, I don't like going anywhere at Christmas. I like being at home. Apart from the one year where all of us went to Orlando and we spent Christmas Day in the Magic Kingdom. Our Christmas dinner was with Winnie the Pooh. Duff Jones Repeat, lasagna and chips, lovely. Yeah, I can't beat it. Also had Five Guys, not Spanish, but it was very good. Very good, but Five Guys is a bit pricey for what it is. We had Catalini tonight. Scott would have beef madras for me tonight, and then a slice of chocolate and orange cheesecake. Oh, nice. Oh, it was just after Christmas, I think 28th the 1st. Okay. So it's fairly fishy, Auntie. Tuna pasta. Xmas dinner with Winnie the Pooh. That's something you don't hear every day. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to know the price of it. The bill came out, put on the table in front of me, and my missus, Becky, she goes, "Oh, shall I get this?" She looked at it, she held it over, opened it, looked at it, closed it, and pushed it back in front of me. A very Italian theme, yes. It seems we all had Italian tonight. Well, and in fact, tomorrow we're having pizza. I make up the pizza dough and the pizza sauce and get some toppings, and we make our... Here's the thing, okay, this is always a bit controversial. Who likes pineapple on their pizza? Oh, Flymo had a Weetabix earlier. Oh, Tom had a Chinese takeaway for Christmas. And then you had chicken and chips. I should turn the 5 the other way. Yeah, I did think of doing that. Hot dog pilot, occasional pineapple. If it tastes fishy, throw it away. Yeah, fishy shouldn't taste... fishy? Fish shouldn't taste... fish shouldn't taste fishy. Let's see now if it goes tender first over there. Will it derail? Don't get model train outside. I don't on pizza. RT mentioned this live stream last week. Tell him to get out of the room. Oh, that's funny. Well, John and Holly, any sauce with that, Pete? Yes, definitely can't have pizza without pineapple. Oh. Don't mind pineapple as long as there's sweet corn and chicken also. To be honest, that's one of my favourite pizzas, is just chicken and sweet corn. Oh, I got a couple of corn on the cobs in the kitchen. I might boil them up and have them as my snack before I go to bed. Just lashings of butter on them. Oh, Mark, Pete, no, I can't eat pineapple. I love Hawaiian pineapple and ham. That's a Hawaiian. Alan says, like you, I have made a gallon of bolognese from scratch, made with real tomatoes and steak mince. I think that's the trick to bolognese, is having good mince. Now, we have a friend of ours who slaughters a cow every now and again, and we usually buy half the cow and stick it in our freezer. Of course, it's grass-fed from the hills around here. The mince from that, or any of the meat from that, the steaks, the T-bones, was absolutely fantastic, and it made some amazing bolognese. The steak now, you mince steak you get from the likes of Lidl and the butchers and that, not the same. John Honey, yes, depending on what mood I'm in, Pete, I'd either have a plain cheese tomato pizza or a ham pineapple one. Definitely bacon and eggs later. Oh, fly mode, yeah, bacon and eggs. I do like a bacon and egg sandwich. Oh. I love a mixed grill. Yeah. Brian, I like sweet corn soup. Oh. Morris, lovely, made it back for the food track. Right, let's send it now in the other direction and see what happens. If it doesn't do rail, I'll put those Virgin coaches on behind it for the remaining of the stream. Timber says, in France you get a complete egg in the middle of a pizza. Really? This is really my favourite channel for deep intellectual discussions. Yeah, you get it all here on Thursday evenings. I might go for a buddy John, or if I scrambled eggs, I'll just chase it around the plate. Yeah, deep. Customer made me a bacon sandwich today. Oh, very nice. You can't beat bacon. It's just... Now here's the thing, if you have a bacon and egg sandwich, do you like your eggs a little bit runny, or do you like them hard? I like the yolk hard. I don't like runny eggs. It says, I worked in Italy for 4 years, so I do the Italian recipe. Ooh. I was eyeing up some venison mince yesterday. If there's only so much I can keep in the fridge, yeah. I like squirrel sandwiches, but obviously not a red one. Runny yolk, but definitely cooked white. Right, that didn't seem to derail. Going around that way. So let's bring it to a halt. Of course, left the tablet around the side. So what does everybody think of the new setup now with it turned around this way? Now this will test these coaches because they started derailing earlier on. I didn't know whether it was just the back-to-backs or whether it was the fouling on the pipe work on the 57. Of course, one thing with it like this now, it feels like I can get my step count up a bit more. Right, let's a little bit of power on, all the lights on that. Let's see how she goes. Pete says, see Brian, they're nice customers after all. And Alan says, eggs must be running. Occasionally, Pete. Tim Reserve, I have actually had an ostrich burger once. Yes, I had an ostrich burger once, and I can't remember what it tasted like. So you guys do like it. Well, that's good. Tom Houston Motherwell, my son when he was young was eating curry and asked what sort of curry it was. Lamb curry. Not ba lamb, yes, ba lambs. Oh, okay, he said, and kept on eating. My daughter had a similar thing. Since she was younger, we were, of course, where we grew up on the countryside, farms all around us, loads of lambs, little baby lambs bouncing around and the thing. And she'd just seen a couple being born in the morning and seen them running around and got to feed and pet a few of them with the neighbours. And then she went, my dad called around and took her around to see her granny, and they were having lamb chops. And said, oh, do you want one? And she was eating it. And she goes, what is this? I said, oh, it's a lamb chop. I said, oh, like the ones, the little fluffy ones that I was playing with this morning that were dancing and jumping around. And I went, yeah. And she went, oh, they taste good. Like, right, okay, definitely a meat eater. Hot dog powder. I buy some pre-cooked crispy smoky bacon rashers and add them to a tin of beans. Oh, I don't like beans. No, I do not like beans. Brian's got 4 inches of snow now. Scott, I like bacon and egg sandwich, but the egg needs to be beaten so it's more like an omelette. Okay. Pete, love it, Mark. Great layout anyway. Thank you very much, Pete. Brian says, I turned my monitor on its side to bring back the old layout. Flyman says, indeed, Alan, sunny side up unless they're scrambled. I only have one frying pan. Brian's dog's gone out for round 3. Yes, tonight's unofficial sponsor, the Train Set Shop. Do check them out, see what bargains they have. Scott says, looks better that way, Mark. We can see more of it. Yeah. I actually prefer it because I can get around a lot more of it. I can get around 3 sides of it. I can reach all of it. I can have a better operating session from the outside than being in the middle. And I can access my cabinets and stuff, and I can access all my boxes. Now, here's the thing. My missus hasn't seen it like this yet. I told her I was doing it, because this is also her hobby room as well. So, when she gets back, because she's not back from work yet, and she comes in and sees this, what's going to happen? Will you see me next Thursday? It tastes like chicken. No, very gamey. That's the sort of layout I'll be aiming for, maybe an inner loop branch line. Oh, there's Willow Creek Brad's channel. Thanks, Flymo. By the way, the Train Set Shop mug is by the computer. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not in shot, is it? God, I won't be getting all that sponsorship money from Brian if I don't have it in shot. It's very hard to actually get it into shot now that I've moved cameras around. Yeah, I can sit there and just derail everything. I'll have to find a place to put it now so it's in shot. So you can see it there. It's very hard to read it. What happened there? It was a bit screechy. That coronation does not sound happy. Well, at least you've got a nice comfy slope with Sophie. Oh, at least you've got a nice comfy sofa to sleep on. But this sofa here is going to be going out. So it gives me more space here. And as I said, the layout will be coming this way about a foot. I'll be able to put my monitor back the way it was. Come back soon, Becky. Oh, there's a link for Leslie Gilpin's channel. Do check out Leslie. Does some great coverage of Settle and Carlisle. Raymond Legs, good evening. Welcome to stream. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Yes, Mark, all £8 of it. Train shot some great brand indeed. £80 for an 8 car AC, my mass, yep. Leslie's busy capturing a video for the morning. I hopefully should have a video out tomorrow for channel members and patrons, and then the rest of you will be able to grab it on Saturday. It is Friday tomorrow. Yeah, it's Thursday because I'm doing my stream. It's basically just going to be on the moving in this, and you'll see a little bit more detail on the layout and doing some bus wire work. So I've got half of it edited, I think, and the rest of it is still sitting on the camera to come off. I sometimes overpay for my models, eBay over value tax, yeah. Yeah, do you know what? Before it does any damage, I'm going to stop that coronation, because we've only got 15 minutes left anyway. I suppose I could take it off and, oh actually no I can't, because I think the coupling and filing on the pipes is causing that problem. J94 Kieran, I went transport earlier, saw a class 150, something I didn't have a footage off. I'll update my footage tomorrow. Oh, and the RW1's off, good night. Take care. What's something I haven't ran in a while that I can put out? Ooh. 25. I have to just look on my sheet that I've got over here to make sure I know the number of this, because right, let's put this on. Don't forget, Brian is doing his waffle this Saturday, so Brian, if you want to, or somebody else, put the link up to it. 8 o'clock, he's covering for Rob and Grace, because they're having a night off. Which also reminds me, 22nd, I believe, of not next week, but the week after, I have to take my missus to an appointment, and I won't be back in time to do the live stream. So if there's anybody who wants to do Thursday night, let me know, and I will put it on my socials and let everyone know. So that's not next Thursday, the Thursday after. So I won't be doing my live that Thursday, but if somebody else wants to do it, let me know. Yeah, I'll definitely get my step count up now. You know, I'm going to end up just wearing a path and the carpet all the way around here. Oh, that can't be right. That can't be the right number for that because it's, well, unless it's not working. That could also be the possibility. Do you have a class 37? Do I have a class 37? I'm just trying to see which class 37. Let's put that one on. Yeah, some of these I need to reprogram because I haven't used them since I had my Railmaster, so I need to sort of reset them and... Right, I think that's 3750. Yep, that's it. The lights have come on. Right, got our red stripe 37 going around now. Finished sentence says, so that you all know, any mainline split chassis locos, I've replaced the cogs on them and they are prone to cracking. Very good. Timber Surf, I ate horse last week and it made me seriously ill, but now I'm in a stable condition. Andy's asking who makes them, Brian? Peter Spares. John Holly says, oh, what cracker did you get that from, Timber? Here we go, here's another one. My mum used to feed me by saying, here comes the train. I always ate everything, otherwise she wouldn't untie me from the tracks. Ryan says, Timber, you need some fresh air. There's a link to Tom Houston's channel. Timber says, I ate a baby Wookiee sandwich the other day. It was a little chewy. Ross says, just finished weathering my standard 5. Very good. And there's a link to Timber Surf's channel. Timber's dad jokes are getting worse. Right, so I need to find some time to give the coronation a little TLC. Because obviously I bought it second hand, it ran fine, it started making a noise. Now, you don't know how long it's been sitting in storage before it was sold on. It wasn't a bad shot there. The two actually hit the camera at the same time. So it just needs a little bit of TLC, a little bit of oiling, a little bit of grease. That'll be as good as gold. So I did wonder where my bad pun book went. Yeah, let us know when you start a channel, Ross, and we'll share it about. Timber Surf, I used to get heartburn when I ate cake, till the doctor told me to take the candles off first. Oh, do you know what? The stream can't come. The end of the stream can't come quick enough now. There's Delft Junction Peach Channel. Do check it out. I'm going to sit back and relax, watch my trains on the screen. Yeah, because normally you can see the, on the top right hand, you can see the big TV I have on the mantelpiece over the fire. That is running it's connected to the laptop that is running the camera that you can see in the top left. And you can see all the pictures, so that's... Usually I have that a bit smaller with the chat on the side so I can keep an eye on the chat. But I thought I'd put it big tonight just to see how it looks. There's the link for the train set shop. Don't forget to check it out. Oh, Leslie's on the oats, yogurt and fruit. Brian's, I'm going to head off, need to floss my dog's teeth. Oh, Pete wants to know what you're going to buy him at Donny, Brian. Timber Surf, only at 239 beans, just one more, I'd be 240. Yes. Raymond says, still trying to figure out which fish has fingers. There's a link to Simon's Trains. Well, I didn't crack into my can of Sprite Zero. I'll save that from help wash down my either corn on the cob or bacon and egg sandwich. Raymond Legs, I had chili for 3 days and I dropped some serious gas bombs. Oh dear. Yeah, so I think I'll go for the corn on the cob. Slightly healthier option, but to be honest, I'll be slathering it in a load of butter, so. I got banned by NATO for that. Well, we've ended up with different trains running by the end of the night. We got the Class 37 Red Stripe running and the Class 5. Class 5? Black 5. Oh dear. Yes, it's getting to that time of night. I'm getting tired. I'm going to start saying goodnight now, guys. It's 21:28 or 28 minutes past 9, so time to end the stream. It's been great having you here tonight, guys. I do like the way the layout is orientated now. Just crack on now with the scenery on it. So there will be a video out, Patrons and channel members tomorrow and Saturday for everyone else. And I'll be back here next Thursday at 7:30, and if anybody wants to do a live on the following Thursday, let me know and I'll share it on my socials and let everybody know next week. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I'll just sit here in silence for 2 minutes, let the trains run around and bring the stream to an end. Yes, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out, guys. Very much appreciated. And subscribe if you're new here. I'm going to get up now, head over to the computer and hit that end stream. So thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you all next Thursday. It's a pleasure as always. I love having you guys here on a Thursday evening. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the other streams, or I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.